Gaming relaxes me. A lot of stuff tends to pile up so much sometimes. I just want to empty my brain. I crash on my systems if I want to. But yeah, I always like gaming just because you can do some of the wildest stuff on here. Like this one, and I get to tame monsters. Then I've got one called Excite Bots, and that's just whacked out racing right there. And I'm a sucker for the storylines and the romances they tend to have in RPGs. And I get into them. I want to see how it develops, see how the story goes. This game's a sequel, so in the previous game the world was once split in two. And the heroes of that previous game managed to save it and bring it back into one. However, the consequences is there's a lot of elemental discord. Can't even remember how to do the super attack on this thing anymore. Right now, this girl's got a gem in her, embedded in her forehead. It's the cocoon of a beast deity that's supposed to help restore the balance of nature. Some want to rip that core out of her head and use it for their own purposes. And my main character, more or less against his will, got dragged into being her guardian. So it's funny on that. He saved her in the beginning of this game, but he doesn't remember, so she claims him to be her knight in shining armor, even though he doesn't remember it. So she's all gaga over him a little.
You're right.
And it kind of weirds him out, because she praises him and he's like, I didn't really do that much.
You're so amazing.
Shut up. That was nothing.
I love the way you said that.
I'm not fighting anymore.
Yeah, that's always fun to listen to. It's their bantering.
See, I'm still a gamer. I will always be a gamer. No one will ever be able to take video games away from me. However, World of Warcraft just doesn't do it for me anymore. It's gotten a lot easier for a casual player just to hop on and play once or twice a week and, you know, reach end game in a fairly decent amount of time. I was a casual player myself for a while. Got a little more into it. So much so that my ex-wife used it as the excuse to end our marriage. She blamed me playing too many video games, namely World of Warcraft. But she played. And this is when I knew that it wasn't about me.
I like gaming because it's a surreal... It's a place I can go and just escape. People can't get addicted to video games like a bunch of people playing WoW.
That son of a bitch! Who is that guy? Whoever he is one tough badass. It's okay. And that's it!
No, I need to play World of Warcraft! No, sir!
What?
You've been on your computer all weekend. Shouldn't you go out and socialize with your friends? Yeah, playing from the office.
Get off our TeamSpeak line!
I've actually experienced that addiction. That's why I refuse to get addicted to any more games. Because World of Warcraft ate like 3 summers of mine. Get up, eat, play World of Warcraft until night. I've done all-nighters with World of Warcraft. I've done all-nighters with Halo. It's just pleasure when I got nothing better to do. Good games are really addicting. And you gotta learn to separate your life from your pleasures. Getting over my addiction wasn't that hard because, again, I had other things to occupy my time, like Halo, Rock Band. When I'm not gaming, I'm either working on a Magic card deck for a tournament that happened Fridays. It's okay. It's okay. As far as dating and girlfriends are concerned, I've had some relationships. None of them really lasted. But I would love to find a girl who is just as competitive or might just sit around and play for hours. Meeting people online is not the best idea because online you can be anybody you want to be. But yeah, I have heard that people have met people online that play WoW, got married. I've heard all that.
She actually left me for a guy that she met on World of Warcraft. I think it's funny now, quite honestly. I mean, really. I introduced her to the game. We played. She met this dude who she thought was insane the first time she met him. The first time she met him, they were running a group together. And after playing with him for about an hour and a half, he professed his love to her. Told her how much better he could treat her than I do.
Let's see. I'm a game geek. When I was 5, I started with the Nintendo. My grandma bought me a Nintendo, and I thought it was like the best thing in the world, and I've been playing games ever since. I actually play my Sega Genesis still. I still play my Nintendo 64. I don't know why GoldenEye is the game still. I also put in my Nintendo. To believe it or not, Nintendo have the hardest games because there's no save points. So it takes you about 5-6 hours one straight through to play them. So it kind of gets your focus back on from these, new games. I do it more as a hobby now. Back in the day, I could say I was an addicted gamer. Used to go out, just buy games, and play them. But there's also a time to where you have to put down the controller and do your thing, your real life thing. I have a son, so I kind of have to put some of my gaming on hold. Instead of me buying every game that comes out, I kind of budget myself for buying one game a month, and I only play whenever he's either asleep or whenever I have a babysitter.
She quit playing a month before she left me. And apparently so did her other guy. She's with a different guy now. This guy lived in Florida. And in fact, when we first split up, she was trying to move to Florida. And I told her I wouldn't divorce her unless she put in the decree that she would not move away with my son. I've already got him into video games. Got the little controller down there. I figure, what a way to get back at the ex, but to get the kid addicted to video games. So I'm totally joking. Totally joking. She's a liar. Not a very good one. But she believes her lies. I'm glad I got out of the relationship I was in when I did.
I started playing video games back when I was like 3 or 4, when I was able to hold the controller in my hand. My mom sat me down in front of a Super Nintendo and a Mario game and said, "Here, beat this." So I did. And she was shocked. Playing video games when you're younger helps stimulate the mind, creative thinking. My children will definitely play video games.
Oh, did I mention she was pregnant when she decided to leave me? Yeah. We lost the baby. We lost the baby when she went to Florida to visit said guy. I paid for that trip because I didn't know about the guy yet. I spent an entire paycheck there. Yeah, and a lot of that money is unaccounted for, and so I don't know. Maybe she did something. I sold all my games. I canceled all my accounts. And for about 8 months, I didn't play a single video game. I told her, I was like, look, let's work on this. I'm done. If this is what you want, I'm done playing. And she was like, nah. Honestly, I thought we had a pretty good marriage. Even up until the day before, she said she wasn't happy. She just decided that she didn't even want to try to make it better. So, honestly, if she was that froggy, she was going to jump at any point. Anyway.
Anime, it's a Japanimation. It's pretty popular in the States. Most people don't know what it is, call it a cartoon. They can view it however they want. And I like it because a lot of the storylines interest me. Sometimes it's just funny. Sometimes I'll get a few that are kind of bittersweet endings. Like they win, but I've had a couple where both the hero and heroine die, but at least they're together, so it's kind of sad on that, but I don't know, I just always enjoyed the animation and stuff. Been collecting over the years. Bunch of knickknacks here and there. Bakugan is the new thing, came out recently. That interested me. Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I kind of collect and play with those. Like, I like a lot of the sci-fi stuff. Fighters and ships. And a figurine if it interests me, or I like that character. I like the Liger, so I collected its armor and rebuilt the same model over again to apply the different armors it had. It's just whatever piques my interest, I do. I'm not all that ambitious in life. I just want to get a job and one day start a family. Just simple. If life was guaranteed, you know, we'd all be doing what we want to do. But I'm always like,
Let's finish this quickly.
just take what you can get.
I quit playing when we split up. Every game, all games. Gave it up. I was like, I'm done gaming. Don't want to do this anymore. It's not worth it. About April and May, I was like, you know what? I was a gamer before my ex and I met. And that's part of who I am. And if anybody is going to be with me in the future, they need to accept that that's part of who I am. It's part of what I do. I play video games.